Hey gamers, Nature here. Today we have a great one. We're going to cover the best hunter talents and rotations that you can use in WoW Season of Discovery. Fair warning here, Blizzard is making a lot of changes. Agron has made a couple of posts even today about how they're going to change and affect pet scaling with hunters. We're simply going to cover what's best available right now. That way when Blizzard lands the plane, you'll be prepared and good to go. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing to touch base on here is normally we would inspect improved Aspect of the Hawk. However, to min-max this build, we're going to be picking up Aspect of the Lion on our chest rune. So we'll get 5 out of 5 into Endurance Training, 2 out of 2 into Revive Pet, 3 out of 3 into Thick Hide. These points relatively don't matter. The main focus of the entire build is getting 5 out of 5 into Unleashed Fury. What this is going to do is give a 20% multiplier on top of the broken pet scaling multiplier, on top of the rune kill command, and on top of the small but viable world buff of 5%. So all these multipliers added together will stack. This makes your magic pet damage do nutty damage. That's currently with the Scorpid, even though they nerfed it, and with the Wind Serpent, even though they reduced that by 30%, these are still going to be king until they actually fix the problem. The last point here we'll throw into Ferocity, just for the heck of it, but the whole focus of the build is letting your pet do the work. We're going to pick up Beast Mastery to give our pet, instead of 5 focus a second, 9 focus a second. And then for the leg slot, we'll pick up Kill Command, one of the crucial parts of the entire build, giving us a 60% multiplier on the first special ability, 40% on the second, and 20% on the third. For the Beast Mastery rotation, this will be fairly simple. Just remember this is focused around your pet and your pet damage, so you'll want to make sure your pet has the maximum uptime, and you'll want to use Kill Command on CD. So initially on the pull, you'll use that. However, you'll want to bind Kill Command to your Multi-Shot, Arcane Shot, Serpent Sting, and Raptor Strike abilities. The way this will work, we'll first auto attack, then Multi-Shot, auto, Arcane Shot. For the melee weavers, if you want to get tricky, as soon as you Arcane Shot, you're pressing W at the same time. You can go in, get a Raptor Strike, and come out. Your Raptor Strike global will be up by the time you get into melee range. Will come out, auto attack, Serpent Sting. If it's not up, auto attack, Arcane Shot, and repeat. Now, melee weaving on this rotation is a little bit of a meme. It's not required. You're doing the most amount of work with your pet. However, for the min-maxers, this would be your best rotation for Beast Mastery. Let's go ahead and fast forward a couple of days and assume that Blizzard has either fixed pet scaling or nerfed it in a way that it's no longer viable. Step 1 of your best build is actually just to bring another hunter or paladin to the raid to provide Aspect of the Lion or kings to the raid. This is absolutely crucial for your best build because you're going to want to run Master Marksman, and we'll cover why. The first reason why is you'll want to go 5 out of 5 in improved Aspect of the Hawk. I cannot stress enough how pound for pound this is one of the best talents you can have, even all the way up to level 60. 5% chance on your auto attacks of increasing your range attack speed by 30% for 12 seconds roughly lines out to 20 to 30% uptime on a 30% haste buff. I know I said a lot of words there, but that's absolutely nutty. The next thing we'll want to do for the melee weavers, this is your best build overall. If you've never dipped into melee weaving, it is so much fun in raid, and you're going to do a lot more damage. Let's break it down here. Now, monster slaying, you'll get 3 out of 3. Humanoid slaying will get 3 out of 3. This is just going to increase our base damage by 3% on beast and humanoids. In addition to that, it'll do 6% for crit damage. Then we're going to go 2 out of 2 into Savage Strikes. This is going to provide 20% crit to our Raptor Strike, which we're going to be using frequently with this build. 3 out of 3 into Efficiency, just because there's nowhere else to put those talents, and we will run into mana issues. Now, the next thing we're going to do is pick up Master Marksman. This is so much better than Lion. It does 5% to your crit, reduces your mana consumption by 25%, allowing you to click your buttons since you won't be able to otherwise at level 25. We're going to pick up Chimera Shot, and then we're not going to pick up sniper training here. We're actually going to pick up flanking strike. This is one of the most underlooked abilities that we've ever had in Season of Discovery. Let me explain here. So flanking strike does 100% of your melee damage. That doesn't sound like a lot, especially when you're leveling and it feels so bad. But when you pick up BFD weapons, guys, your melee attacks autos are doing more damage than your ranged autos. Remember that ranged weapon damage is a scaling thing that occurs as we pick up more and more agility, more and more crit, and we have more and more talents. We don't have all that at level 25, so your melee attacks are super strong. In addition to that, what makes this so good is this does not share a global with your other melee abilities like Raptor Strike. You can literally macro this in to your Raptor Strike and hit them both at the same exact time. Just to add a little bit to this ability, this is going to give your pet a free attack, and then any Raptor Strike has a 20% chance of reducing the cooldown and allowing you to do this again. For the players not interested in melee weaving, we'll keep 5 out of 5 into improved aspect of the Hawk. We'll get 5 out of 5 into efficiency, 5 out of 5 into lethal shots, then 1 point into aim shot. All right, let's cover the two different rotations. Now, the first rotation we'll cover is the turret rotation. This is for the sniper training build that we just went over in the talent trees. We're gonna auto attack, immediately serpent sting, chimera shot. Yes, you can fit them both in before your next auto attack. Aim shot, auto, chimera, auto, multi-shot, then we're going to repeat. This is going to be the most range damage you can do. The trick here is to stay stationary. Basically, you're a turret, so that way you can get the most uptime on sniper training for the additional 10% crit. Now, for the first talent we went over, for the weavers, this is the maxed weave rotation. This is a little bit different than what people are used to. However, this will net you the most amount of damage, and I highly recommend to experiment if you're not used to melee weaving. This is going to be absolutely nutty and topping the charts once everything is fixed. We're going to auto, serpent sting, chimera shot, auto, Raptor Strike, and again, we're macroing flanking strike to our Raptor Strike. So we're going to Raptor Strike first, then immediately follow the flanking strike. I get a lot of questions why we're not doing flanking strike first, because Raptor Strike can reset it. The reason for that is flanking strike, if you use it first, will eat up your auto melee attack, not allowing you to then immediately Raptor Strike. So the best way is to Raptor Strike first, followed by the immediate macroed flanking strike. Then we're going to auto attack, chimera shot, auto, Raptor Strike, auto, and we're just going to repeat that. So we're basically going in and out, in and out. As a side note here, if you want to pump a little bit extra damage, you can actually auto, chimera shot, multi-shot when multi-shot's not off CD. It might clip your auto a little bit depending on what weapon you're using. However, you will net more damage. It's not very mana efficient to do this, so that's why I don't have it listed. Because on most boss fights, you're going to be in the rotation too long to take advantage of it. Now, if you want to be a little bit more mana efficient, you can downrank Raptor Strike to level 1, or you can put in auto attack as a fill. That's it for the video, guys. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching. To be honest, I love the feedback. If you have anything positive or negative, leave it in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe. I can't tell you how much that really helps. Other than that, appreciate you guys coming out. Peace.